Right, something a little bit different now, because what me and Andy tend to get is a lot of questions on Facebook and things like that. So, without doubt, for me, the most popular question is, what's the best way to get sponsorship?
Yeah, how to get sponsored, without a doubt, mate.
It seems to be that the in vogue thing, it has been for a few years, hasn't it? That everyone thinks they deserve to be sponsored. Or, do you know what I mean? They want to know how to get sponsored on a nicer terms.
Yeah.
And I think it's got out of hand, if I'm honest. It's gone a little bit crazy, hasn't it, with what people expect for such a little amount of input.
I think people expect, like, they're expecting too much. They expect, like, I'm going to be sponsored, I'm going to get all my gear for now. It just couldn't really further from the truth, is it? You know what I mean?
Things don't work like that at all, do they?
No.
It is. It needs to be. So let's talk about how it...
Back in the day. So come on, from
how
like
we did
day
things.
one, when did you start off and what's happened, and then, you know what I mean, I'll sort of quickly through mine as well.
Definitely. Well, for me, I finally got a little deal with Maver. Phil Briscoe gave me my first ever deal when I were...
But from before that, before you got that deal, how did you get noticed and what were you doing?
I'd been fishing forever.
Right.
Yeah, it took me 4 seasons of... Well, I'd been fishing open matches for probably 10 years.
Yeah.
And it took me 4 seasons of competing and doing well. I think I was runner-up in Camasan, I think about 3 years on a bounce.
Yeah.
And then finally, when I won it the 4th year, that's what got me a little deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nice sense of it. It got me a kit, a little tiny bit of cash.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? It was... I felt I'd worked for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's in the days before all this sort of thing, all your YouTube and your social media, it didn't exist.
You've hit the nail on the head there, because like me and Jay, obviously back in the day when you had Spectrums, it took like 2 days to load up. That was the only computers that we had. We didn't have access to like YouTube and things like that, did we?
Didn't
Facebook,
exist.
Social media didn't exist, so we had to go not learn the hard way, but learn the hard way, didn't we?
Yeah, you almost had to get it through just your results initially.
Definitely.
I mean, being known as an approachable, nice person.
Yeah.
To start, you can't be a whatever you want to call it.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, it was your results that the most important thing, and being approachable and willing to share and willing to help, and more importantly, being interested in kit and I mean, wanting to be involved in stuff.
Definitely, and it's willing to learn as well. I can remember like, you know, weeks and weeks of like, if I wasn't doing good in a match, I'd go and sit behind someone, the likes of Kevin Ashurst. You know, for me, there's no one better than him. You know, proper legends of the sport like that. If I wasn't doing any good, I'd go and sit behind him, see what he was doing. And it's like Jay said, being someone approachable like he is, and it's brilliant. You can't not learn off people like that.
Yeah, they were the best ways. That's how you had to progress in the day, wasn't it?
Definitely.
So now it's definitely changed, hasn't it? There's been a big swing of things.
Yeah.
Now I feel that the information available now is frightening.
Yeah.
For someone coming into fishing, you can learn such a vast amount so quickly, just sat on your arse at home watching a computer.
Yeah.
You can learn what it took you and me a whole summer to learn in an hour and a half.
Definitely.
Which is unbelievable. And it does, without a doubt, it makes people progress a massive amount. And there's so many good anglers out there these days. But it's almost, I wouldn't say it's nigh on irrelevant, the results. Now everything's swung completely, and it's about what you can provide for a company.
Yes, absolutely.
And the type of person you are, more importantly. How you come across. It's amazing. You won't believe how many people are actually watching or seeing what you put on the likes of YouTube and Facebook. And if they're interested, they'll slowly, it's people understanding what you're doing, that'll help you in the long run. Whereas if you don't come across in the right way, and the people...
Definitely, it's even more sort of like what you can do for your sponsors, rather than what they can do for you.
Of course it is. That's the way it's gone now. So
right,
for you and me, it's both the same, innit? We want to be involved as much as possible in
product design.
kit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the exciting bit, isn't it?
So we can get you lovely people to go and use it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the best out of it.
It is. It's...
So before all that, how did you work your way up to it? So you said you got your Maver one, then it's all about these big matches, isn't it? Or all about, well, not big matches as such, it's all about getting out, getting recognised, fishing all the little matches, isn't it? Getting your name in the paper.
Yeah, it's little steps.
I remember when I first started. I mean, Daddy May started me off when I was 3-year-old. Up to me like little sort of like tiny lace welly bobs on and all this, that and the other, leaking in. Dad, my feet are wet. You know, all little things like that. Started me off on the river, and then progressed myself. Started fishing junior matches when I was 6. I went into senior matches when I was 8.
Did you?
I won a big open on the River Weaver when I was 10-year-old. I won 175 peg on River Weaver. I'll never forget that. And like I got like 100. I had 23 pounds 4. I had bream, I had 7 bream, I think 4 tension, an eel, a random eel, which I didn't want to let go because I'd never caught an eel at the time. I'm like, whoa, look at this, what are you doing? Like, where's he gone? And so after that, I mean, I think I won like 150 quid, which back in the day was quite a lot of money. Daddy May took all the pennies off me. And but it was from them. Then I started doing more sort of club senior matches, then I went into open matches.
Yeah.
And it's just a progression like that.
What did you do? Did you settle on Cudmore was sort of your...
No, I mean,
Before that
well,
days? Or
before that it was
in
all
the
like
time you
natural
got a
waters,
deal?
wasn't it? Because commercials weren't out when we first started, were they
No, not
really?
really, no.
It was all like canals and rivers and that, so you make a name for you then. And then when commercials came out, it was just the progression onto them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cudmore was probably the first, well no, Moreland's Farm was the first commercial I ever fished.
Was it?
And then it was the likes of Gold Valley and that, but that was like 3 days travel for me, it's miles away. So yeah, Cudmore, set my stall out in Cudmore, going up through sort of like into me mid to late teens, it was all about the Camasan for me.
Yeah. Have you got a deal then?
I'd got a deal with a tackle shop, Dave's and Middlewich. You know, we still do lots with them. They've been fantastic. They supported me like basically throughout my career. You know, since I was 6 years old, they've looked after me at Dave's and Middlewich. Then I think it was Maver. My first one was Maver. My first my first deal was with Maver. I was with them for sort of 3 years. And then it was Mizella and Shimano. And then I had a bit of a deal with Census as well. But then obviously onto Map, and you know, it's just fantastic. But yeah, back in sort of like the early days, like mid to late teens, it was all about the Camasan for me, doing well in them. I'd fish every weekend, all bank holidays and that. Missus had never seen me. I do apologise for these. And it's just, but it's that kind of commitment you've got to put in, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely. You've got to. That's how we've done things. We've done things in a very similar way.
Yeah.
It's 99% results.
Yeah.
That's what we've done to get 100%. In the position we're in, and then hopefully being.
But then you say
nice human beings when we're
nice
within the
peoples,
companies.
aren't we? Yeah. Just come and have a chat with us whenever you see us. We don't bite or anything like that. Might give you some duff information. We wouldn't do that, would we, mate?
No. Basically, that's what we're trying to get at. It's these days in terms of trying to gain a sponsorship off a company. It's not about just what you're doing on the bank.
Yeah.
It's massive these days. There's you have to your whole act, if you like, of how you come across to everyone, your results, how you approach. It's all got to be combined, doesn't it?
I think don't take anything for granted. Every little thing helps, you know. Anything. It always helps along the way. And obviously, the more you do, then the companies will pick up on it, won't they, Jay? And then,
as long as you're doing things in the right way.
Yeah, you've got to do it in the right way.
You've got to come across a nice, humble, intelligent person.
Intelligent.
And
just get some maggots and I just stuck them in and like loads of fish there. Isn't that what you do?
Of course it is.
That's what we'll be doing later.
That's what we're doing, isn't it?
Yes, can't wait. But no, that's it, innit? Pretty much in a nutshell.
Yeah.
You know, it's taken us. I mean, I'm nearly 40. I'm 40 next month. I don't look it, do I? I look like 20. I act like 20. And it's taken us a long time to get where we are. You can't just sort of come into this sport and expect something. You've got to put all the hard work in first, haven't you?
For sure. Then, you've got to put years in before you can even be expecting someone to put their trust and belief in you.
Definitely.
To promote their product on whatever scale they want to choose.
Absolutely, mate. So yeah, just, you know, knuckle down and the hard work will pay off for you. So can we go and catch some fish now?
Yeah, come on. They're going to take our jobs if we don't keep telling them. Right, let's go.
Catch some fishes.